So we explained the easiest way to find a solution and to live a life peacefully and gracefully. There are two lines, as said before. Seeing the situation as it is and loving the people as they are. Situation could be any situation, and those people could be any people. Could be your family, your most loved person, and it could be a stranger. But this remains true. If you wish to be happy, and if you wish to overcome this problem you are facing, which is not external situation, but overthinking, then this is a solution. And this is the definition of positive thinking. Many people would tell you, think positive, isn't it? But what does that mean? This is what that means. Seeing any situation as it is, not with your own judgment, not attached with your own perspective, your own view. No. When you see the situation as it is, that only means that you see every perspective involved in that situation. Everyone's perspective, not just your own. And second point is to love all as they are. When you judge and when you have your own judgment, presumption, that restricts this flow of love. That restricts your own knowing, first of all. Because when you have your own opinion about others already fixed in your mind, you wouldn't be able to change it. You would start seeing them with that lens, with that glasses on your eyes. When you are wearing such a glass of your own judgment, how can you see the truth? And when you cannot see the truth, you cannot know the truth without knowing the truth. You cannot love them. Because when you learn the truth, and the truth is very simple, the truth is every soul is perfect and divine. They are only playing their part in this drama, the part that they are fixed, given. Of course, they have their own free will. They are doing their karma. No force is forcing them to do something against their will. That is true. But also there is true, and this is higher truth, that we all are merely actors outside of this stage. When we leave the body, when we leave our costumes, if you may, we all are the same. Ultimately, we are actors in this stage, only performing our act, our role in this world drama. But leaving the body, the soul realizes and the soul sees and feels itself connected with all there is. And the illusion disappears. The illusion of separateness. The illusion that I am this person. I am a mother. I am a wife. I am a child, I am a position. All this was an illusion. It was a role that I was playing. This clarity comes naturally because then, after leaving the body, you see yourself as who you are. You no longer identify yourself with a body and everything that was connected with that body. All the relationships, resources, possessions, karma, choices, all of that disappears. We were explaining you that why these two things are the basis of creating a beautiful life. Seeing the situation as it is, loving everyone as they are, not trying to change them, not trying to see them with your own glasses. No. If you want to see them with a glass, then I'd give you this glass. The glass is this. Assume before even meeting anyone that they are a perfect and divine soul. They are as great as any soul, as great as you, as great as any. And before that, you need to find your own greatness then. When you do not consider yourself great, divine, perfect, you cannot consider anyone else perfect. When you do not see yourself being pure, how can you see purity in others? When you do not find your own goodness, how can you find in another's? The goodness exists, and it is eternal. It never dies. But you can forget. You may not be able to perish what is eternal. So you do the best thing that is possible, the next best thing. That is, you forget. And everyone has forgotten. So the next time you find yourself amongst those who may be jealous, create this thought. Know that they are just playing this role. They are under the influence of Maya. The soul is completely pure, divine, and I love that soul. I may not love this role they are playing, which is completely fine. You're not supposed to love the role the soul is playing, but you are to love the soul, because that is as pure as God. And surely everyone loves God, don't they? Why do they love? Because they know God is pure, perfect, all loving, and beautiful. And also, then God helps everyone. This is why everyone loves God, being like a father or a mother, a parent. God is often compared to a parent. Just as they say that, oh, God loves us like a mother, like a father, like a friend. He keeps himself to us. Like a teacher, he gives us the wisdom. Like a guide, he gives us guidance. Like a friend, he is always with us in all our times. And like a parent, he is all and unconditionally loving. These are the final attributes of God. No matter the time, God does not change. God is always eternally loving, and you can enjoy every relationship, every human relationship with the Supreme Soul. This is why everyone loves, because everyone is receiving love from Him. And help. You may think that I am helping, and I may think that the energy is helping through me. Ultimately, we are in union, me and God. So, who is helping? Who is speaking? Perhaps you can understand the energy of God is translating through me, through the mind. The mind is like a filter. It channelizes this energy. If I just sit here and think, you wouldn't be able to understand, would you? We need words. So the mind is channeling that energy, converting it into words. It may not be as accurate, but it comes close. Words are limited. The energy is perfect. So if you catch the energy, you no longer need to listen. You know what you are supposed to do for yourself, for everyone. You know that everyone is a divine and pure soul. The role may not be pure and perfect because it is a role. It is supposed to be like that for a reason. Have you ever saw a film where everyone is good? Have you ever saw a drama when there is no villain? When there is a Rama, there is also a Ravana. It is necessary for Ravan to exist, for Ram to do his work. Not to say that you start seeing people as Ravan, no. They are just impersonating some of the qualities of the Raman. Just as you have, just as everyone has, some of the qualities of Ram and some of Ravana. Life is an eternal play in that sense, and your body is a Kurukshetra, the eternal conflict of the divine and the demonic virtues. You, the soul, has both divine and demonic virtues. The divine virtues are eternal. They never die, and they always win over the demonic virtues. They wouldn't be called virtues then, would they? No. In this fight between the good and the bad, you must stand with the good Even when your mind is taking you somewhere else, bring it back to wisdom. Help him, help your mind to see that the eternal truth. Help your mind to see through the wisdom, the eye of wisdom. Do not see with your physical eyes, or else you will start seeing bad and negative in everyone. But when you also see with the eye of your wisdom, your inner eye, you will see the divine in everyone. When you see this, you will see the truth. Through the layers of false identities, through the layers of ego, you will find the divine, the eternal, the imperishable. When you will find the divine within you, you will see the divine within everyone. You will no longer complain who says what or who does what, because ultimately they are just playing a role, and once they leave the body, the role ends. The costume remains on earth. Body does not go with the soul, does it? It remains. What goes is your own karma and your sanskar, and both are created through repeated action here on earth. So the only choice you make is, what do I do? What should I do? What is my dharma? Your question is not what is another's dharma. Your question is, what is yours? The overthinking begins when you start questioning others. But when you question yourself and ask the right one, not the wrong ones, what is my dharma? Why am I here? What do I need to do? And you will find the answer to them when you see the truth. The truth not with your physical eyes, but with your inner eye of wisdom. The truth that is layered in every human soul. The divine that lives within you. When you meet that, you meet the divine in everyone. When you do this, when you start practicing this, start living like this, your life will become heaven. Because there is no more sorrow, there is no more conditions to your love, and there are no more insecurities, because you know that you have everything that you ever require. You are everything that you ever require. You need no one, and no one needs you, in case you are thinking that you are so very important in someone's life. Let me tell you this, no one is so much important that the world will stop without them. Even if you are the emperor of the world, king of kings, still the world will run without you. When you have done your duty, when it is time to go, live with grace. Well, so the sense of ego has to be removed. And you have just heard all the wisdom that you needed to remove every trace of sorrow from your life. You need to know nothing else. You need to understand nothing else. Only if you know and practice, live this wisdom. Don't just understand. Everyone understands this when it is explained this beautifully. Who will not understand? The question is, who will follow? Those who will follow will receive its fruit. The fruit of knowledge is happiness, bliss indeed, because even in happiness there are traces of sorrow, but in bliss there are no traces of sorrow. Bliss is a state when there is unconditional and unreasonable joy, penetrating in every layer of your soul and your body. You literally feel that joy running into your blood, into your nerves, and into your soul. This you have heard. Now, with this, I will stop. And we cannot talk much today. It's time to sleep here. And I will send you the recording. You can re-listen to it. You know that even before we have talked. But even if you forget all that and just follow what is told today, just understand this and start living this wisdom. And how can you do that? How can you just start doing this suddenly? Well, remember the word assumption. What's the word?
Assumption.
Assume that what I have told you today is true, even when you don't believe. If you don't believe, assume. And again assume that every soul is perfectly divine. Even when you can't see the divinity, just assume and you will see it. Because once you do your karma under the influence of this assumption, you will reach that state, the state at which the inner state of mind, at which clarity comes. You would be able to see goodness within everyone. Not only within everyone, but within every situation and every scene of your life. You will see that All that has happened has brought you to here, where you belonged, and it is taking you ahead, pushing you ahead, not to the unknown darkness, but to the known light, to your home, where you belong. Life is like a river. The process of life is like a river. Just as a river flows in one direction, it does not stop. It may deviate. It may deviate to the left and the right, to the up and the down, but finally, it only progresses and never stops. Life is like that. You may experience challenges. They are side scenes. They are not meant to stop you, but to push you ahead. People are not your enemies. There is no enemy. Even those who trouble you are not here to trouble, but to show your own inner strength, to help you discover that inner strength. How else can you discover it unless and until you face an adequate challenge? That challenge, a difficulty that forces you to use the power that you never knew that you had. You've forgotten you had that power, but the situation came and forced you to awaken that power, and suddenly you saw that you have it. You only forgotten. So was the situation a curse, or was it a blessing? Was that person wrong, or was that person an angel who reminded you of your own power, who pushed you ahead, who may have hurt you, but only to give you an opportunity to heal yourself, only so that you could connect here, you could hear this one day. If your life was running as you were wanting it to, if according to you your life was perfect, you would have never connected to this platform. You would have not been on Samadhan initiative, on Samadhan group. You would never have contacted me, and you had never heard what you heard today. This will change your life if you allow it. The more you allow it, the more it can touch you deeply. With these words, I would rest and end the recording as well as our call.